Justin Jefferson about to sign his contract extension with the Minnesota Vikings? Signs are pointing towards yes. And latest indications are telling me that, what's about to happen? JJ is about to be secured in Minnesota for a long time. This take is presented by Hoagland Farm. Check out Hoagland Farm for rotationally grazed, 100% grass-fed Hereford beef. This beef is sold in quarters and halves, and Jared sells them in custom sample packs so you can try before you buy in bulk. So contact Jared at 952-491-1541 to get the best beef in your freezers today. Again, with 100% grass-fed beef. Call Jared at Hoagland Farm. So Justin Jefferson attended the playoff game for the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Phoenix Suns, Game 1. Now, Justin Jefferson has not participated in voluntary workouts that began last week or the week before for the Minnesota Vikings. I think it was last week. And it's not a big deal. People are going to try to make it a big deal. People are going to try to speculate. I didn't even do a podcast on it because it's not a big deal. JJ did not attend voluntary workouts the prior offseason. So why would he do it this offseason? It's not like the Minnesota Vikings have their franchise quarterback on the roster right now, and it's not like he's missing opportunities to get reps with this guy because they haven't even drafted him yet. So my biggest question is if he's not attending voluntary workouts for the Minnesota Vikings right now, why is he in Minnesota? It's not hot yet. The weather ain't beautiful in the great state of Minnesota. This tells me that Justin Jefferson is in Minnesota for one thing. He is in Minnesota to sign his contract extension within the next week. Now, the little light bulb inside of me is telling me that why would he sign a contract extension before the quarterback is drafted? Well, maybe he knows within the Minnesota Vikings organization that they're going to draft J.J. McCarthy and he's okay with that, so he's going to sign a contract extension now. Or maybe he's going to sign his contract extension on Thursday or Friday. Also other opportunities. Or maybe he'll sign it next week. But my inside loins are telling me that he's in Minnesota for a reason. And it's not to attend voluntary workouts. It's not because the weather is beautiful this time of year. He is apparently close to Anthony Edwards. But let's be real here. Does he really have to attend Game 1 of the playoffs at Target Center to show Anthony Edwards that he really cares for the guy? Do you think Anthony Edwards really cared that Justin Jefferson was at Game 1? No. All signs are pointing towards JJ signing a contract extension very, very soon. And I believe it's going to happen. In fact, one of the dumbest offseason speculation points that people were making was this possibility that the Minnesota Vikings would trade Justin Jefferson. It absolutely makes zero sense. And there's multiple reasons why it makes zero sense. First of all, he's only 24 years old. He's entering the prime of his career. Second of all, what better situation than to bring in a rookie quarterback with the best wide receiver in the NFL on that roster? So now, when that rookie quarterback enters the game, and he's in year 1 or year 2, the excuse of not having weapons around him is going to be a null point. Because he's got the best weapons in the league around him. Also, if you want a rookie to succeed and to have a great chance of becoming a franchise guy, if you want this guy to get his confidence skyrocketed, what better situation than having the best wide receiver in the NFL on your roster? Kwesi was even passionate. He was passionate at the NFL Combine this offseason saying it was basically a stupid idea, a stupid speculation point that people were making, Charlie Walters specifically, of the Pioneer Press. He was addressing those rumors. And you know what? It means something because Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell never say anything in their press conferences. Even following the season, when they were asked about Kirk Cousins, he came out and said, we don't want Kirk back. He didn't say that. He said, our intention is to bring Kirk Cousins back. That is the most vanilla statement any general manager could make about the quarterback on their roster. We intend to. So what that tells me is that JJ's signing a contract extension. It's going to happen. And there's a reason why he's in Minnesota. And it's not for the voluntary workouts. It's not because the weather is beautiful this time of year. It's not because the chicks are hot in Minnesota. It's because he's about to sign a contract extension. That's the only reason. Thank you for listening and watching this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button right there. And if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, please rate, review, and follow this podcast wherever you're listening to this podcast. Everyone, thank you for making this podcast and this episode a part of your day.